India, a fascinating Asian land, home of some of the most influential civilizations in human history. Nowadays, this multicultural country, the most populated in the planet, offers a unique blend of majestic historical beauty, unparalleled artistic handcrafts, noisy and chaotic moments, kind and fun people, diverse religious coexistence, exquisite cuisine, and mystical moments hard to describe with words. Recently, we spent 15 days exploring some of the best Indian destinations. First, we completed the Golden Triangle in 8 days, visiting Delhi, Agra, and Jaipur. Then we spent 2 days in Udaipur and 48 hours more in Jodhpur. Nowadays, the Blue City is becoming one of the most visited places of the northwestern Indian state of Rajasthan. Its colorful blue architecture, imposing medieval fort, well-preserved monuments, genuine local life, and restored desert rock surroundings make Jodhpur one of the most enchanting cities in the whole country. For Rain and Chano, subscribe to our channel to join us in our 6-part travel series of India. In this 4th episode, we will share with you our whole itinerary and travel tips to experience a perfect trip to Jodhpur. Welcome to India. Although there are public buses from Udaipur, the most straightforward way to reach Jodhpur is to use a taxi, so we hired one with our hotel there. We departed at 5:30 a.m. to avoid the heavy traffic and to spend as much time as possible in our next destination. Around 5 hours later, we arrived in the Blue City of Jodhpur. The staff of the Kama Heritage Hotel allowed us to do an early check-in without extra cost. This family-run property offers big and clean rooms with beautiful traditional details in their decoration. Considering its centric and convenient location, the value for money of this hotel was totally worth it for us. The fantastic view over the Mehrangarh Fort from the hotel rooftop was the main reason why we chose to book our stay here. The heritage status of this historic building has been approved by the Tourism Department of Rajasthan's government. We were already very hungry, so we immediately headed to eat our lunch in this nearby local restaurant.
Chanda chose this restaurant because of the very beautiful view of the fort in my background and also because of their delicious local cuisine. In this restaurant, they always prepare fresh food, so it could take them 30 to 45 minutes to prepare, but we are in a little bit of a rush because we want to explore the city, so we just ordered something that was easier to prepare. It was around 15 minutes, but we are still enjoying the food so much.
After so many days in India, I'm becoming better with the spicy foods. And I can confidently say that I'm better than Rain right now.
That is not true.
It is true.
They said that is not even spicy and you're like almost dying.
What? I haven't been dying.
And
Yesterday she couldn't eat the dinner. Look.
You even just ordered lassi because you cannot take.
You ordered the lassi. Not kidding, the food here, really good. In all the restaurants that we have eaten, we have tried different dishes, vegetarian, chicken, lamb, everything really, really good and for really affordable prices. And so far, we don't have any stomach problems. Fingers crossed, stay like that.
Jodhpur was founded by Rao Jodha Rathore in 1459, and thus its original name was given to pay homage to this Rajput chief and ruler of the kingdom of Marwar. Back then, Jodhpur's strategic position between Delhi and Gujarat quickly helped to transform this new capital of Marwar in a flourishing trade center. Nowadays, Jodhpur, with its more than 1.8 million inhabitants, is the second largest city of Rajasthan after the capital, Jaipur. With happy tummies, we were ready to explore the streets of the Blue City. After visiting the Moroccan town of Chefchaouen in recent months, we were so excited to discover another city where the blue color is predominant in the historic buildings. Most of the blue painted houses in Jodhpur are located in the southwest side of the old city, under the Mehrangarh Fort. Walking along these narrow winding streets is like traveling back in time. Beyond aesthetics, there are different theories that explain why Jodhpur houses were painted with blue pigments. One historic reason mentions that back in medieval times, the Brahmins or priestly class painted their houses with blue to distinct their social status and to symbolize their connection to the divine. Others refer to the reflective blue color as a way to cool down the buildings during the extremely hot summer months and also as a repellent to mosquitoes. Some houses are being transformed into guest houses, and some of the walls have been recently painted with colorful scenes showcasing the cultural heritage of Jodhpur. But most people living here are just locals doing their daily routines. We loved the authenticity of this area and its architecture, especially the details of their ornate windows and wooden doors. However, we must clarify that not all the houses are painted blue, and that some laneways were not very clean, with dirty water and many animal droppings on the floor. Fortunately, some residents are working hard to improve the situation. We were lucky to meet one of the local men in charge of the conservation and sustainable development of the Blue City.
My name is Dheeraj Chauhan. I am the local cooperator of this area. We are just trying to the city blue.
So you're doing all the beautiful works here.
Yeah, where we are painting the history of Rajasthan, the culture of Jodhpur.
You're doing a great job because we went to Chefchaouen in Morocco.
Yes, yeah. I'm just seeing this picture from internet.
Yeah.
So we are start paint there. After that, we are just put the flowering, the coloring, the lighting to decorate this area because we love the tourist happiness and it's like a smile like you. So we are just trying to make hard work for maintaining the smile.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your hard work.
Thank you. Come again and again. Thank you.
Thank you.
The dusk was approaching, so we quickly climbed uphill to have a great view of the sunset. We found a little cafe called Shai with a 360 degrees view from its tiny rooftop. Jodhpur is also known as the Sun City. Due to its location in the Thar Desert, the city is characterized by bright sunny days throughout the year. There is no doubt that watching the enchanting warm sunsets in India was one of the highlights of our trip. And this time, I felt even luckier having this cute puppy to play with. When the sunset came to an end, we headed back to the lower part of the city. At night, many local people go out to enjoy the pleasant temperatures. you may also encounter an Indian wedding, giving a vibrant atmosphere to the streets. Meanwhile, the local animals enjoy their last meal of the day and look for a comfortable place to sleep. Before going to sleep, we chose the Musafir Café and restaurant for dinner. It was already very dark, but they have great views of the fort from their rooftop too. We chose some of their tasty dishes in which they fusion Indian and Western cuisine. For the early morning, we booked in advance a 1-hour walking tour with a local guide at the Jodha Desert Rock Park. This is the only way to witness the sunrise from this viewpoint over the city walls, one of the most well-known panoramas in Jodhpur. You can contact the park on WhatsApp with the phone number down below. Don't forget to ask them for our knowledgeable guide.
My name is Harshvardhan Singh Rathore and I'm working as a naturalist with Jodha Park. So this park is basically a restoration project in which we are removing all the invasive species introduced by the king in 1920s. And we went to the different cities, villages and towns of this Marwar region, and then we collected the native plants. We are planting them inside the same pits from where we had removed Mexican mosquito. So due to this intense plantation done by us, which started in 2006, this greenery has actually attracted the wildlife over here.
Thanks to the hard work of Mr. Harsh Singh and his colleagues, there are now dozens of different species that have reclaimed back their original land. And even a leopard was spotted last March. More than an hour later, Chana returned with the same auto rickshaw driver that our hotel booked in order to reach his sunrise tour on time. As soon as he arrived, we enjoyed our breakfast buffet in our hotel.
There is a life I lead in this.
Bear in mind that Kama Heritage is owned by a Jain family, so they only serve vegetarian foods prepared by them.
It doesn't make it easy.
After breakfast, it took us around 10 minutes to climb up the slopes from our hotel in the Blue City to the Mehrangarh Fort entrance. We highly advised to visit the fortress early in the morning so you will have lower heat and also less crowds. As soon as we were coming closer to the fort, we understood how its grandiose walls had been a historic symbol of resilience and protection for the city. Before crossing its main gate, known as the Jai Pol or Victory Gate, we paid attention to the colorful paintings on its external side. The queue to get the tickets for the fort interior and museums was very short and quick. The Mehrangarh Fort is the most important monument in Jodhpur and one of the best preserved forts in India. The construction of the fort started as part of the foundation of Jodhpur in 1459 by Jodha, but most of the current structure was built by its successors along the 17th century. Its location on a hilltop rising more than 120 meters over the surrounding terrain gave this fort a privileged position and quickly became the most important fortification of the Kingdom of Marwar. For centuries, the Rajput clan of the Rathores have used this fort as their headquarters. Despite invasions, political intrigues, human sacrifices, and a legendary curse, the descendants of the clan have bravely preserved the fort until this day. Beyond its outstanding defensive architecture, the fort is also home to some of the finest palaces in India. With their brilliantly decorated and crafted rooms, freshly aired courtyards, and intricate carvings on walls and windows, the palaces of the Mehrangarh Fort are a must-visit that we will never forget. Many of the rooms of the fort have been transformed into a museum that exhibits many priceless relics of the courtly life in Rajasthan. We were very curious about the palanquins and elephant carriages. But our favorite part was without a doubt the miniature painting collection. We still cannot believe how talented the Indian painters are to create these masterpieces. Located very close to the fort, the Jaswant Thada was our next destination of the day. This cenotaph, surrounded by charming gardens, is one of the prettiest sights that we visited in India. It was originally built by Maharaja Sardar Singh in 1899 to honor and remember his father, Maharaja Jaswant Singh II. Along Rajasthan, there are other monumental cenotaphs historically used as cremation grounds for the royal Rajput families. The Jaswant Thada is often referred as the Taj Mahal of Marwar due to the white Makrana marble used to build both monuments. The detailed carvings in the exterior of the building are wonderfully crafted, and the whole architecture of the cenotaph has a truly harmonious balance. But the most special part of the Jaswant Thada is to experience its interior, how its extremely thin marble irradiates a warm glow when the sun illuminates it.
It's so incredible. Look at the marble. It's so thin that you can see the sunlight going through. There is more over there as well.
We will never forget this architectural jewel of Jodhpur. We negotiated a 10-minute auto rickshaw ride to descend to the lower part of the city.
So fresh now, so warm.
We returned to the same cafe where we had our dinner the previous night. Eating our meals overlooking some of India's most beautiful cities was one of our favorite experiences during our trip. Besides the rooftop views, they had great coffee too, which is not always easy to find in India.
We have chosen butter chicken again. We absolutely love that dish. Then here's some kofta and then egg rice again. Lately we have been mixing the Indian food with the rice and it's perfect. With naan it's also good, but we love it with the rice.
After lunch, we visited the nearby Toorji Ka Jhalra, another gem in the heart of the city. This ancient step well was built in the 1740s by the consort of Maharaja Abai Singh. Constructing ponds or wells for local communities was an old tradition maintained by royal women for centuries. This step well was a very important source of water for the population and at the same time one of the most beautiful architectural works in Jodhpur. During our visit, and unlike other cities, it was still allowed for visitors to climb down the steps of this step well. The Gulab Sagar was our next destination of the day. We walked 5 minutes from the step well to reach it. This water storage facility was built in 1788 by Gulab Rai, mistress of Maharaja Virai Singh. Its central walkway offers great views of this city lake and its surrounding buildings, including the silhouette of the Mehrangarh Fort in the background. The sun was getting very low during our visit, so the golden rays were warmly illuminating the Gulab Sagar. Just 5 minutes walking more and we reached the last landmark in our itinerary. The Ghanta Ghar, also known as the Clock Tower, is one of the monumental symbols of Jodhpur. It was built at the end of the 19th century by Maharaja Sardar Singh, and back then it became a main source to track time accurately for the locals. The bustling Sardar market, named in honor of the Maharaja, is still located around the Ghanta Ghar. Unfortunately, we didn't have much time left to check the stores of this historic trading center. You can also climb up to the top of the tower for a panoramic view of the city. We didn't want to miss the sunset from our hotel's rooftop, so we quickly returned there. Luckily, we made it just on time to witness the sun slowly descending and hiding behind the skyline of Jodhpur. While Chana was waiting to capture the twilight, I took my sweet time to write some postcards for my best friend. And I also had time to do a traditional henna tattoo by one of the hotel's staff, who happened to be a talented local artist. They cook organic foods, mostly coming from their own farm outside the city. It may be a little bit pricier than nearby restaurants, but we enjoyed trying their homemade cuisine with the impressive fort view next to us. That ends our 4th episode of our India travel series. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to our channel to support us and to follow our adventures. Don't miss our next episodes because we will show you more breathtaking and wonderful places in India. Next stop, Jaisalmer, also known as the Golden City of Rajasthan. Thank you so much for joining us. Please don't forget to like this video. Until next time, keep exploring, rain or shine.